Inauguration of the 45th President of the United States, a day full of pomp and circumstance, celebration, and on the streets of Washington, some moments of chaos.
Now, the day began with the changing of the guard tradition. Outgoing President Obama and now former First Lady Michelle Obama hosting the Trumps for coffee and tea at the White House. And then, within the next few hours, the swearing-in ceremony for our new commander-in-chief. The inaugural parade followed a 1.5-mile journey down Pennsylvania Avenue.
The day included a few tense and dangerous moments. Protesters throwing rocks at police officers. Officers using flashbang devices to disperse the crowd. This burning limousine also was a result of violence breaking out in those protests. We have live team coverage of President Trump's inauguration.
Both Dominique Sachse and Keith Garvin are joining us live from Washington. Dominique is going to lead our coverage with a closer look at our president's message to Americans today. And Dominique, it was a strong message, was it not?
That it was, Bill. But first of all, I'd like to start with the hurting. You mentioned the protest. We do have updated numbers. 6 people are injured, 217 arrested from the protest today. But moving off of the streets and into the ballrooms are galas that people are attending. That will include our president and first lady later on in the night. But like you said earlier in the day, it started with a message, and our president stayed on point.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
From America's most famous businessman to the leader of the free world, Donald Trump's first address to the nation as president. His message for his first 100 days paralleled what he told voters for the 18 months before he was elected.
From this day forward, it's going to be only America first. America first.
A push for jobs, to stay at home, border patrol, and strengthening the military. Just a few of the president's promises. While President Trump spoke to the nation, thousands of protesters lined D.C. streets. Dozens were arrested. Other nonviolent protesters unwilling to give our new president a chance.
It can't be Trump. He can't lead us. He's run on and feeds into and lives off and thrives off of hatred.
When you open your heart to patriotism, there is no room for prejudice.
For supporters, many picked up some Trump swag.
All my stuff comes with an 8-year guarantee, folks.
For Terry Cook, welcome relief that change is on the way.
We've got to come together, and I feel Trump is going to put the people to work.
And others echoed a familiar phrase.
We're here because this man is going to make America great again.
Together, we will make America great again. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
So this is the first time in the President and First Lady's schedule for a little downtime, but it's really change time to get ready for the balls tonight. And as an admirer of Melania Trump's attire today, I sure am curious to see what's going to be brought out of the closet for tonight. Reporting live from Washington, D.C., Dominique Sachse, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Fashion matters, Dominique. Thank you. Nice job. We'll see you again tonight at 10 o'clock. Dominique is reporting from the NBC Bureau on Capitol Street. Our Keith Garvin is less than a mile away from there at the National Mall.
He was there during the inauguration ceremony along with hundreds of thousands of others. And Keith, quite a moment to witness with such a big crowd.
It sure was, Sarah. Bill, you know, regardless of your political persuasion, witnessing an inauguration is usually an amazing thing for any American to see. But despite the symbolism, the pageantry, and the elegance of the event, politics does play a role, even for those who see it in person.
A crowd of a few 100,000 people on site to witness the inauguration of Donald Trump as our nation's 45th president. They turned out on this historic day on the National Mall for different reasons. They also left with different interpretations of President Trump's inaugural address. Sophia Kostiuk of Houston believes he sounded like the same Donald Trump she says she heard on the campaign trail.
No, I think he just has his blinders on, and if you're not boosting up his ego, he's just not going to listen to you.
In the crowd were other peaceful but vocal protesters.
I think it was important for voices like ours to be heard, and also for us to come together in some kind of unity to express peaceful opposition to Donald Trump's inauguration.
What we saw through most of the crowd, though, were Donald Trump supporters who were here because his campaign resonated with them.
To have a president say out loud that they're going to focus on doing the job of a president, which is to build our country, to make sure that our country has all of the things it needs so it can be successful on the global stage. And I think what Donald Trump said today is an awesome speech. It'll go down in history as one of the best speeches ever.
And as President Trump and the new First Lady get ready to prepare for those 3 inaugural balls that Dominique mentioned, workers here on the mall have been busy over the last few hours tearing things down, but getting it ready again for a major women's march that takes place tomorrow morning. They stay busy here in D.C. Reporting live from our nation's capital, Keith Garvin, KPRC Channel 2 News.
All right.